Welcome to Money Matters. I'm Jackie Hyland in New York. Well, today we are speaking with a young man who defines the term self-made millionaire. Gurbaksh Chahal started his first online advertising company from his house when he was just 16. He left school to focus on it full time, and he sold it 2 years later for $40 million. Then a few years later, he sold another company to Yahoo for $300 million. His memoir, The Dream, tells his entire story, from his family's emigration from India to San Jose when he was just a kid. We're happy to have G. Chahal with us today. G, thanks so much for joining us today. I know your friends call you G.
Well, thank you for having me.
No problem. Your success story is absolutely amazing. You are a self-made multi-millionaire. You're only 26 years old. First of all, how does it feel?
Well, it feels great to kind of see the end of the journey, the result that came with it, but it was a complete journey for me, where it was like defying the odds, because business is kind of like one of those stereotypes that you don't really succeed in as a 16-year-old. It's a more mature environment, so there's a lot of issues I had to deal with, and I'm glad that I was able to overcome a lot of those obstacles.
Well, your success, as you just mentioned, began at the age of 16 when you started your first online advertising company called Click Agents. How did you come up with the idea, and how did you get it all started?
Well, one of my main business philosophies is that you don't really have to do anything that actually is something that completely different or completely new. Mm-hmm. So when I actually got involved, I actually, the internet was 3 years old. I looked at the advertising market. DoubleClick just went public. I went public at 300 million, went up to 15 billion, and internet advertising was beginning to be the new thing. So I looked at that landscape, see what I needed, and just quickly kind of learned with it. The good thing was, since it was only 3 years old, it wasn't something that there was a whole lot to think about. People were still innovating in it. Right.
So you think it was good timing on your part?
I think timing, but at the end of the day, it was perseverance and execution, and that really separates the businesses that succeed and the businesses that fail.
Right. Now, you went on to sell Click Agents for $40 million just after 2 years. Some people would be happy enough with that much success, but then you started another company, Blue Lithium, which is an online marketing company. Where did you get the idea for this company, and how did you get that one up and started?
Well, when I sold my first company, I had a 3-year non-compete, and after that ended, a month later, I started Blue Lithium. So Blue Lithium was basically the bigger, meaner version of my first company. And I was able to use a lot of the skill set that I was able to grow, and with Click Agents into Blue Lithium. I mean, my first company grew to about 34 employees, and it was a one office, and Blue Lithium eventually became 9 offices with a little over 200 employees worldwide.
Now, you had some help along the way. I understand your dad helped you out a lot?
Not in any of the businesses, but the way I got intrigued inside the whole, business landscape was, he was big into the stock market, and so I got my, ideas of what business was by watching CNBC as a teenager with him.
So that's the trick, huh?
A little bit.
Well, Blue Lithium was also named one of the top 100 private companies in America 3 years in a row. So what do you think makes you so successful and your company so successful?
I think it just comes down to surrounding yourself around the right people that want to see you successful and have the interests aligned, as well as figuring out what your true passion was. And I'm fortunate that at a very early age in my life, I was able to find out what I wanted to do, and I was able to hold on to that and then quickly grow my team around it to grow with me.